Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? Hope Allah keeps you healthy and hearty through this outbreak and you are maintaining your health rules staying at home. This is Kamrul Hassan, teacher, Moshari branch. Welcome you all in my online class. Already you have started chapter 8, Reflection of Light, and as a part of it, I will start from this chapter, and learning outcome of this discussions are reflection of light, incident angle, reflected angle, loss of reflection, mirror image, and one by one I will discuss the matter and topic mentioned here. And before starting the reflection of light, we should know some things. That is, what we see in our eyes is light. We see in eyes, trees, buildings, etc. But this doesn't mean light. Light reflects from these objects, then enters in our eyes. Retina of our eyes send signal to brain, and at last our brain recognize the things what we see. So the whole process start with entering light to our eyes, and in this case we learn what is called reflection of light. So when come back to the point, reflection of light, when light is sent from first medium to second medium, then what happens? Then three different phenomena occur. One of the major phenomenon is reflection of light, and two phenomena are refraction and absorption. Today we will discuss only reflection, not other two things. So what is called reflection? Let me write on the board what is called reflection. Reflection. When light passes from first medium to second medium, then a part of light returns back to the first medium, and this returning is called reflection. Let me write on the board for your convenience. If when light passes from one medium to another medium, then a part of light returns to the first medium, This returning is called reflection. So this is the reflection of light. Now, what is incident ray and what is reflected ray? And to know this, we should draw the figure. Please notice the board figure. This is if you consider this first medium and second medium, then we can see that light falls from here, this incident ray, then from this position it goes back. This is the reflected ray. And here we can draw a normal. So, this is the incident ray. We can write here incident ray. This is the reflected ray. Let me erase it. Then comes back to the next point. Now, from this reflection and incident, we can know other two things. What is the incident ray? What is from here we can know other two topics. That is incident ray and reflected ray. We should know this. Incident ray, incident ray, incident ray, incident ray. The ray, please listen to me carefully. The ray which is incident at a point from first medium to second medium is called incident ray. And the ray which is reflected is called reflected ray. If you see once again, this is the incident ray and it goes back to the first medium. This is the reflected ray. So we can write here the ray which is incident at a point from first medium to the second medium is called the incident ray. Incident ray. Let me erase it. So you came to know about the incident ray, and in this chapter, these terms incident ray, reflected ray will come several times. So you should have clear knowledge over it. Now come back to the reflected ray. Come back to the reflected ray. Reflected ray. Reflected the ray. The ray which is reflected from the surface is called reflected ray. Reflected ray. Let me show it to the figure. Let me see to the figure what is incident ray and reflected ray. And from these things, you can also learn about the incident angle and reflected angle. Already you observed incident ray and reflected ray. Now we learn about incident angle and reflected angle. So these things are so much involved with this figure, with this rays, that is incident angle and reflected angle. Let us to know it. Incident angle, these are very close to the rays of incident ray and reflected ray. We should know it. Incident angle. The angle, you can easily know it, catch it. The angle in between incident ray and the normal is called incident angle. Let me repeat once again. The angle in between incident ray and normal is called incident angle. Incident angle. In the same way, we can define another angle, that is reflected angle. You can easily guess what is called reflected angle. Let me write it on the board. Reflected angle. So Same way, that is the angle in between reflected ray and normal is called reflected angle. The angle in between reflected ray and the normal is called reflected angle. This can be denoted by theta r, and incident angle can be denoted by theta I. So let me draw these two angles on the board. You can have better idea, get the actual things from the figure. Incident angle and reflected angle. Now this is the plane surface. Let me draw a plane surface, and this is the normal, normal. Now this is the incident ray and it is the reflected ray. So what I said, in angle in between incident ray and normal is called incident angle theta I. On the contrary, angle in between normal and reflected ray is called theta r. So dear students, you can have good clear idea about reflection of light, and the same way incident angle, reflected angle, and incident ray also reflected ray. Now come to the point, next point, what is laws of reflection? Laws of reflections. So from the above discussions, we can state two laws of reflection. From the discussions, we can state two laws of reflection. And first law, the reflected ray will be in the plane. Listen to me carefully. The reflected ray will be in the plane which we imagined through the incident ray and the normal. And this law gives you the idea from the figure. Incident ray, let me repeat once again, the reflected ray will be in the plane which we imagined through the incident ray and the normal. That gives you idea that incident ray, normal, and reflected ray, all things remain in the same plane. This is the first law of reflections. Let's come to the second law. And what does second law give you? Second law gives you the idea that incident angle is equal to the incident angle is equal to the reflected angle, that is theta I equal to theta r. The second law of reflection. So dear students, now let me discuss the another point, and it is a mirror. What is mirror? Actually, mirror, you are very much, it is well known to you all as you see yourself from your image, your picture from the mirror. Actually, it is such a smooth surface. Mirror, it is such a smooth surface from where regular reflection occurs. So in a mirror, a clear image is formed due to reflection. Once again, mirror, it is such a smooth surface from where regular reflection takes place or occur. So in a mirror, a clear image is formed due to uniform reflection. it is of two types, that is spherical mirror and plane mirror, and spherical mirror are of two types, that is concave mirror and convex mirror, and which you came to know from the previous class. Now, what is called image? Actually, image, after image, that is, let me write what is called image. Actually, rays after reflection or refraction, if it meets on the second point or it seems to come from second point, then the second point is to shade the image of first point. So, my dear students, I hope you have understood the topics discussed here, and now it will be your duty to learn it, to revise it at home, so that you can get the maximum output from my class, and we will discuss detail in next class. And till then, Allah Hafiz.